Get the hell out of my way, you ancient fraud. Vanessa Hartley's venomous scream echoed through JFK Airport, silencing the crowd as she tore into a humble priest. What happened next will shock you and change her life forever. If you love jaw-dropping drama and stories of redemption, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell to never miss a tale like this. The JFK International Airport pulsed with frenetic energy. Suitcases clattered, voices overlapped, and the air buzzed with urgency. At the heart of the chaos strode Vanessa Hartley, a 32-year-old tech billionaire whose presence commanded attention. Her sleek blonde hair shimmered under the fluorescent lights, her 5-0 heels stabbing the marble floor with each impatient step. Dressed in a tailored white blazer and dripping with diamonds, she was a vision of power and fury. Her phone was pressed to her ear, her voice slicing through the din as she berated her assistant. "I don't care if the jet's not ready. I'm not missing Paris Fashion Week. Fix it, or you're fired." Vanessa was a Silicon Valley titan, the mastermind behind ConnectSphere, a social media app that had skyrocketed to a $10 billion valuation. Her face graced magazine covers, her name synonymous with glamour and ruthlessness. But beneath the polished exterior lay a woman haunted by her pasta, childhood of neglect, a relentless drive to prove herself, and a heart hardened by years of clawing to the top. Today, with a delayed private jet and a schedule tighter than her designer dress, she was a volcano ready to erupt. Across the terminal, Father Michael, a 63-year-old priest, stood quietly in line at a coffee shop. His faded cassock hung loosely on his wiry frame, his weathered face radiating gentle humility. He clutched a worn duffel bag, his only companion for a charity mission in Haiti. Decades ago, Father Michael had walked away from a lucrative law career to serve the poor, driven by a tragedy that still lingered in his eyes, the loss of his sister to poverty. Today, he was invisible to the rushing crowd, just another face in the sea of travelers. Vanessa's gaze zeroed in on him as she barreled toward the VIP lounge. The coffee shop line sprawled across her path, and Father Michael, at its edge, was in her way. Without breaking stride, she snapped, "Get out of my way, old man. Some of us have places to be." The terminal froze. Conversations halted, and heads swiveled. Father Michael turned, his gray eyes calm but startled. "I'm sorry, miss," he said softly, stepping aside with a nod. "I didn't mean to slow you down." Vanessa's lips twisted into a sneer. "Sorry? You're clogging up this airport like you own it? What's with the costume? Begging for donations in that priest getup?" Her voice was a whip, cracking through the air. Gasps echoed from the crowd. A teenage girl, Maya, yanked out her phone, hitting record. A middle-aged man nearby, John, a small business owner, clenched his fists, his face reddening at the injustice. Father Michael's expression remained steady. "May God bless your day," he said, his voice a quiet anchor in the storm. He stepped back further, his hands folded calmly. Vanessa laughed, a sharp, mocking sound that cut deeper than her words. "God, save it for the idiots who fall for your scam." She shoved past her assistant, a nervous young woman named Claire, trailing behind. "Pathetic," Vanessa muttered, loud enough for all to hear. Maya's video captured every second, her fingers trembling as she uploaded it to X with the caption, "Billionaire Vanessa Hartley shames priest in airport meltdown." The crowd erupted in whispers. John, the onlooker, stepped forward, his voice shaking with anger. "Lady, you've got no right to talk to him like that." Vanessa spun around, her eyes flashing. "Mind your own business, loser," she hissed before strutting away. Maya, still filming, caught John's furious expression and Father Michael's quiet resilience. The video spread like wildfire. 10 minutes later, Vanessa lounged in the VIP area, sipping a martini and scrolling through her phone, her ego untouched. She was already mentally in Paris, envisioning the paparazzi and couture. But when she handed her ID to the lounge attendant, a stern woman named Linda, the air shifted. Linda's face paled. "Miss Hartley, there's an issue with your jet." Vanessa's eyes narrowed to slits. "What issue?" "It's grounded mechanical failure, and there's something else." Linda slid a tablet across the counter. On the screen, Maya's video played on loop, now with 1.2 million views. The comments were a bloodbath. "She's a monster! Boycott ConnectSphere." The hashtag #CancelVanessa dominated X, trending above global news. Vanessa's stomach churned. Her phone lit up with notification texts from her PR team, her investors, her mother. "You're tanking the company," her CFO messaged. "Fix this, or we're pulling out." Her empire, built on her image as a self-made visionary, was crumbling in real time. A memory flashed, her mother's cold voice from childhood. "You're nothing unless you're the best." Vanessa had spent her life proving her worth, but now the world saw her for what she'd become: cruel. Meanwhile, Father Michael sat on a bench near Gate 12, sipping a coffee a kind stranger had bought him. He was oblivious to the viral storm, his thoughts on the children awaiting him in Haiti. Maya, the teenage girl, approached, her eyes teary. "Father, I recorded what happened. I'm so sorry she treated you like that. Can I get you anything?" Father Michael smiled, his warmth disarming. "You're a good soul, child. I'm fine, but thank you." As Maya left, an airport official, a man named Robert, hurried over. "Father Michael, I'm with airport management. That video's everywhere. The airline wants to upgrade you to first class for your Haiti flight. No charge." Father Michael blinked, puzzled. "Video? I don't follow." Robert showed him the clip. Father Michael watched, his face softening with sorrow. "Oh, that poor woman," he said quietly. "So much anger. She must be so lost." His words stunned Robert, who expected resentment, not compassion. Back in the VIP lounge, Vanessa was spiraling. Her PR team was on a frantic conference call. "Your stock's down 15%, her publicist warned. "Investors are bailing, and your sponsors are threatening to drop you. You need to apologize publicly." Vanessa's pride recoiled. Apologize? She'd never bowed to anyone. But as her notifications drowned in hate, and her assistant Claire whispered, "They're calling you the Ice Queen," Vanessa knew she was cornered. "Find that priest," she ordered, her voice tight. "I'll do what I have to." Locating Father Michael was easy. By now, he was surrounded by a small crowd of supporters travelers who'd seen the video and wanted to help. John, the angry onlooker, handed him a sandwich. A young mother offered a bottle of water. Vanessa approached, her heart pounding like a war drum. The crowd parted, their eyes cold and judgmental. Claire lingered behind, clutching her clipboard, her face a mix of fear and awe. Vanessa dropped to her knees before Father Michael, her designer heels scuffing the floor. The terminal fell silent, every phone raised to capture the moment. "Father," she said, her voice breaking, "I was cruel. I humiliated you in front of everyone. I'm so sorry. I don't deserve your forgiveness, but I'm begging for it." Father Michael looked down, his eyes kind but piercing, as if seeing past her facade to the wounded girl beneath. "Child," he said gently, "I forgave you the moment you spoke, but forgiveness is for you, not me. You carry a heavy burden: anger, fear, loneliness. Let it go." Tears streamed down Vanessa's face. Memories surged: her mother's neglect, the nights spent coding in a dorm room to escape, the walls she'd built to keep everyone out. She'd chased power to fill the void, but it had only deepened her isolation. She stood, trembling, and whispered, "How can I make this right?" Father Michael's smile was a beacon of hope. "Help someone with your heart, not your wallet. Start small. Be kind. That's where healing begins." Vanessa nodded, her throat tight. She turned to the crowd, her voice raw but resolute. "I've been a terrible person," she said. "I hurt this man for no reason, and I've hurt others too. But I'm going to change. I promise." The onlookers were divided: some scoffed, others softened. John, the onlooker, crossed his arms, but nodded slightly, sensing her sincerity. Maya, still filming, wiped a tear. Father Michael placed a hand on Vanessa's shoulder. "Go in peace," he said, then boarded his flight to Haiti, his heart light. Vanessa canceled her Paris trip. She traded her blazer for a hoodie and spent the day at a homeless shelter in Queens, serving meals and listening to stories. The work was grueling, the stories heartbreaking, but for the first time, she felt alive. She faced skepticism, shelter, staff barbecue, her motives, and a volunteer snapped, "You're just here for PR." Vanessa swallowed her pride and kept working, determined to prove them wrong. That night, she recorded an apology video in the shelter's kitchen, her face bare of makeup, her voice raw. "I was wrong," she said, tears falling. "I hurt a good man, and I've hurt others with my arrogance. I'm learning to be better, one step at a time." The video went viral, not for drama, but for its vulnerability. Some called her a fraud, but others saw a spark of redemption. Vanessa's journey wasn't easy. Investors pulled out, her board questioned her leadership, and her past kept haunting her. But she persisted, volunteering weekly, mentoring at-risk youth, and rebuilding her company's mission to focus on social good. Father Michael's words echoed, "Start small, be kind." In Haiti, Father Michael built schools and fed children, his quiet grace touching lives far beyond the airport. He never saw the video again, but he prayed for Vanessa, believing in her capacity for change. Vanessa learned that true power isn't in wealth or status, it's in humility, kindness, and the courage to rise after falling. Her story became a beacon for others, proof that redemption is possible, one small act at a time. If this tale of pride, forgiveness, and second chances moved you, smash that like button and subscribe for more stories that inspire, challenge, and remind us what it means to be human.